Okay, y'all. So I told y'all more parts of this big, beautiful bill are being, unraveled and, us being made aware of it. Now, a lot of this shit is happening overnight, like 3 a.m. and whatnot. And so, you have certain people like Congresswoman Mary Scanlon that, basically let the cat out the bag. And crazy folks like myself who have been up since, yesterday. It is now past 4:30. But we absolutely want to know what the hell was going on. Y'all, and follow Booker Square because she is absolutely amazing because she's the one who's been conducting all these interviews as they have been coming out and and being willing to talk to her. But she stated, all of my people who have Medicare, all of my people who have aging parents, all my Republicans that think that this shit's not going to affect you, here's the part where it's coming to slap your asses in the face. So Brendan Boyle, the ranking member of the budget committee, asked the question of, what the assessment would be in regards to Medicare. Because again, we've talked about Medicaid and how this is going to affect children and, all of the disabled people. Here we are talking about, again, our aging population that utilize Medicare. And this shit right here is diabolical, y'all, because they are absolutely trying to cut $500 billion over the next decade. That's a $500 billion. Where are they trying to remove this money and put it? This means our current aging population, our transitioning into aging population. Some of my followers, I know some of y'all say y'all up there, y'all in your 50s and whatnot. This y'all, my late 40s. We not too far behind this. My early 40s. We not too far from behind this. Please understand something. This shit is about to really rock our aging population to where you won't have a choice but to work longer, which is where they're trying to extend the, that year where you're supposed to be able to retire and go somewhere and sit your ass down. But in the words of my child, he was like, when I'm ready to retire, I'm going to go ahead and retire. And he was like, I don't give a, crap about what they talking about, because he was like, I'm not about to work the rest of my whole entire life. And I'm like, oh, sweet baby, I hope, your generation gets in here and changes some shit, because clearly mine tried and, we flailing right now, but we doing our best, but we trying to fix this shit, but I don't know. Anyways, there are things called pay-go rules. That means you have to pay for things that when you increase things. And here's the thing. Sometimes you're able to waive the pay-go. But remember last year when I talked to you all about the filibuster and the reconciliation. This reconciliation that cannot do the filibuster, you cannot waive the pay-go. So now that this evidence is out, all of my people who are currently on Medicare, what y'all thinking? Because a lot of your fellow peers voted for this shit. And I don't think they really understood exactly what they were voting for, because again, some of y'all were just, y'all were a little upset by it harming children and disabled people, but it was just like, okay, but now it's getting ready to harm you and your ability to retire and go somewhere and sit your ass down. So how do y'all feel about this? How do y'all feel about y'all parents, being affected by this? Because this might mean that your parent might have to come live with you. You got enough room for Sue and Bob or no? Because again, this also affects their earned benefits and whether or not they will be able to deal with that, keep those, or are all of those going to go away, or are there going to be new, stipulations in regards to those? So again, do you have enough room for Sue and Bob in the basement, in your spare room, or y'all give up your master bedroom? Like, how y'all gonna do this? Because when I tell you that this is getting ready to affect how we age as a overall, population, because again, this is now another side of, the population that will not be able to have suitable health care, that will not be able to remain independent, because you have greedy individuals who don't feel like this population should have these things, and they should be able to make those cuts and take that money for their own selves. How y'all feeling? Y'all all right? Bet a lot of y'all wishing y'all could really change that vote now, because again, now it affects your ass too. But here's the gotcha. They weren't gonna tell you that shit at all. Now y'all gonna get loud and help these other people who are on Medicaid and SNAP and all the other stuff, because y'all in the same boat and that bitch got a hole in it.